Welcome back to the Hawk Sports Network. OCAA men's volleyball action coming your way. The #1 nationally ranked Humber Hawks set to do battle against the Mohawk Mountaineers. My name is Adam Lucier. Joining me once again, my man Matt Caldwell, and these Humber Hawks really haven't been tested much this year. We'll see if the 7-5 Mountaineers can do just that.
Yeah, exactly. The Humber Hawks have been absolutely dominating. As you can see there, off to an 11-0 start. So you can see Mohawk sitting about halfway. Definitely could be a nice little volleyball game here today, Adam.
11-0, everybody's chasing the Hawks at the moment. And they've already faced once this year back in the fall semester, and Humber made pretty quick work picking up that 3-set sweep. So Mohawk looking for some revenge here.
Yeah, looking for that sweet, sweet revenge in that game. Silva Ferreira led the team with 8 kills. He'll be looking to do something a little bit similar as well. Crowder with 6 blocks in that game. So Humber definitely going to want to look to do that once again here at home.
Ferreira definitely has help on that offensive side, and look no further than the freshman sensation, Joshua Fedari. What a season he's had. He's picked up 80 kills in just 8 matches. That's phenomenal numbers for a first-year player.
Yeah, that's absolutely mind-boggling to me how a young guy, new player, can come into such an illustrious club that is the Humber Hawks and do so well in only 8 matches, as you said. So he'll be looking to continue that role here today.
Once a member of the Canadian Youth National Team, bringing his talents inside the Hawks' nest. And on the other side, Mohawk's going to look for their offense to come from #1, Braden Griffith, with his 99 kills on the season.
Yeah, 99 kills as well, 69 kills. So, you know, he can do it pretty well on both sides of the ball. He's going to be a real key piece for the Mountaineers here today.
Should be a fun offensive battle. Something to keep an eye on. The Mohawk Mountaineers are first in the OCAA in blocking. And when it comes to these big outside hitters of the Humber Hawks, that's maybe a hurdle they're going to have to pace. And on the other side, Humber's got to look to block that man on your screen, Griffith.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a brick wall that is absolutely ironclad shut, as well as absolute artillery in the Humber Hawk side. So it's definitely going to be a fun and interesting volleyball game here this Saturday afternoon.
Matt and I are sure looking forward to it. We turn it over now to the PA announcers with player introductions.
#1, Braden Griffith. #4, Michael Kong. #5, Luke Sigurdsson. #9, Justin Kong. #11, Anthony Bragis. #19, Alex Turkowicz. And libero #3, Andrew Kong. The head coach of the Mountaineers is Vinny Saporito. For your Humber Hawks.
Humber Hawks are winners of 11 straight. Have also picked up 18 straight set victories. Only 2 sets they've dropped this year in their opener against Niagara and November 23rd against Conestoga. Since then, they've been perfect. Just about to get underway here live from the Hawks Nest. Gomes, Blakey, Crowder, Sadiku, Ferreira, and Fadari. Your Hawks on the floor. With the service for the Mohawk Mountaineers, number 1, Braden Griffith. Nothing left to do than play some volleyball. We are underway from the Hawks Nest. Gomes right away to Maximum Crowder, just mistimed that hit. A fine looking set play there for the Hawks, not executed as they would have liked it. 1-0 for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, definitely would have liked to have started with that nice pretty spike straight down. Fortunately, Maximum Crowder just couldn't quite get enough of it to get it over top of the white.
Griffith once more with it now. Ferreira with the touch. Gomes going near side. Sadiku. That's put up by Griffith. That one gets through the triple team block and down off the hands of Michael Kong.
Yeah, so far the Mountaineers coming out, starting to really show that these Humber Hawks that, you know, we're not going to lay back and just let you guys walk all over us. We want to play volleyball and we want to win.
Quick start here for Mohawk, trying to keep the good times rolling. Roddy Kim with the set now. Off the block goes Sadiku, and the Humber Hawks are on the board. It's 2-1.
There you go, all it takes, just a nice, easy set. Rezar Sadiku going easy off the block. Nothing to it there.
Jake Gomes, number 5 all-time on Humber's career service ace list. Set up by Michael Kong on the far side. Does that get down? Indeed it does. Off a Humber Hawks player, and Mohawk ahead 3-1 here early.
Yeah, did a really good job to squeeze that through on the close side of Joshua Fadari. Didn't think there was enough court for that ball to land in, but it was.
Here's Sadiku once again getting the job done off of Griffith. Rezard out to a quick start here. 2 kills for him already.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes you don't really need to have that pinpoint accuracy. Sometimes you just need to go hard off the block.
Rezard has the 2 kills on the day for Humber. A good looking serve there. Over in 1 goes Maximum Crowder.
And that was definitely what Crowder was looking for the very first return of the game. But there you go. Absolute emphatic slam there is Maximum Crowder.
Humber down early, now tie it up at 3. Sadiku is a big part of that. Once again, here he comes from the line. Once again, that first touch is over. Jake Gomes has room to play. It's Sadiku getting it done once more. 4 points on the board for Humber, 3 of them for Sadiku.
Yeah, Sadiku taking charge here early in this one. A little bit of a slow start to Humber, but now in the lead, 4-3.
Sadiku back again with it. The libero handles this one. Far side, Michael Kong pushes that one long.
Yeah, just a little bit too far. Good try there, as if you're going to give up a free ball, you really want to try to pepper it to the back part of the court. Just couldn't quite get it in there, as the Mountaineers are having a little bit of a hard time off of Rezard's serve with the first pass.
Here's another good-looking serve from Sadiku, just tipped over. Have ourselves a whistle. Violation charge to the Mohawk Mountaineers.
And once again, that first pass just going a little bit too far, making the setter just work a little bit more than he should be, and he's just a little bit too tight to the net. So Mohawk really does need to focus on getting those first passes on point.
Sadiku's been dynamite from that service line. This one goes over long once more. The touch from Anthony Bages, but just long.
And it's like that slow start never even happened. It's Humber now seeing themselves with a nice 4-point lead after Rezard going on a little bit of a tear there. A couple of kills, as well as some really good serving.
That's exactly right. Head coach of the Mountaineers, Vinny Saporito, must have been pretty pleased seeing his team come quick out of the gates, but all of a sudden sure doesn't take long. 7-3 now the score as the Hawks jump ahead. Mentioned Mohawk struggled last time at home against Humber, dropping a 3-set game. Looking to avoid that same fate here. Going to be in tough, obviously. We mentioned just 2 sets lost all season long for Humber.
And that's why I think if you're any team going up against a Humber, yeah, just focus on 1 set at a time, playing 1 set at a time, even just 1 point at a time. Just focusing on making sure you're playing clean volleyball, not giving up too many unforced errors. And so far, that's just this court presence by Humber has really started to affect the Mountaineers.
Mountaineers trying to make this one a game. Down early. Seen a little bit of a miscue from Maximum Crowder early on with Jake Gomes, but that's the only error we've seen from the Hawks so far today. A big part of it, this man right here, number 7, Sadiku. That one just clears the net, a line drive, over and 1. Eduardo pushes that right back where it belongs. 8-3, now your score.
And once again, Griffith just having a really hard time getting that first pass to stay on their side of the court and give themselves a good opportunity for an attack.
Mohawk's got to get Sadiku off the service line or it could be a long day.
And I mean, he's just going to keep peppering Griffith if Griffith can't seem to make that first pass.
Sigurdsson gets that one over. Here's Gomes setting up Fadari off the block. Nice recovery by Gomes, but that's going to head out of bounds. The first swing we've seen from Josh Fadari today.
Yeah, and that first big swing by Joshua Fadari meets the big block of the Mountaineers, as that is definitely going to be a big presence that Humber's going to need to figure out.
Sigurdsson for the Mountaineers. Kim gets the touch. Here's Eduardo. He's going to go off of Andrew Kong, the libero, and an emphatic point number 9 on the board for Humber.
Silva Ferreira absolutely launching off the court there, getting a massive vertical on that one. Good finish there by Ferreira, just going hard off the defender.
So here's the big man, Maximum Crowder on the line. Serve is away. Griffith with the first touch, going to Michael Kong. Gomes pops this one up. Blakey on the set to Ferreira. That one just over the block. Over and 2 go the Mountaineers. Gomes looking for Fadari. That one's going to sail long. Nice work on the block by the Mountaineers, forcing Joshua to go over top of him.
And there you go, just a lot better look there from the Mountaineers, as that first pass was a lot better, and they were able to get a good swing and make Humber really work for their points.
Michael Kong, we've seen him have a few swings, 2 kills already for him on the day. Sadiku sets this one up to Gomes. Blakey on the low set. Far side, Michael Kong from the backcourt, and that one's in off the netting. A fortunate bounce for the Mountaineers brings them within 3.
Yeah, really tough bounce. Really hard read to make, as you know, you can put a little bit of a spin on it when it hits that white tape. Just unfortunate for Raddy Kim there, wasn't able to make the play.
On the far side, it's Fadari finding that back corner. That's what he does best.
And there you go, that first attack there a couple of points ago by Fadari just didn't quite have that downward angle that time. All over it there.
10-6 is your score. We're flying through set number 1 here. First-year player out of Markham. Been so good for the Hawks this year. A little long on the serve there. Error charge to Fadari. Now a turn for Anthony Bages. Sporting that ninja headband. You look good, you play good. Here's Bages. And that one's just long as well. So either side trading some service errors here early. Libero back on the floor for Mohawk. We'll see Silva Ferreira.
It's going to be really important for the Mountaineers to try to limit as many of those service errors against these Humber Hawks.
Eduardo gets that one over. First touch, Kong. Far side, Griffith. Raddy Kim with the bump. Gomes finds Sadiku, and that's down with a bang. Rezar Sadiku.
Absolutely putting that one down, the leader for the Humber Hawks here early in this one with 4 kills to his name. Rezar Sadiku absolutely having a fantastic start.
Sadiku swinging big, swinging often. The serve from Ferreira. Here's Turkowitz. Kim up to Gomes, gonna back set to Fadari, and that's untouchable. Luke Sigurdsson could not reach that one.
Yeah, Sigurdsson just didn't quite get over far enough and couldn't get his feet planted for the return there. As an absolute huge kill there by Joshua Fedari in the backcourt.
Ferreira not going anywhere. Making a home on the line. Jump serve is away. Griffith with the first touch in the middle. Turkowitz mistimes it. Not what he was looking for from his setter there. Called on the lift.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of miscommunication on that one. Just expecting something a little bit lower, more of a meter ball set. Just got one a little bit too high there. Big guy, long reach, just couldn't quite find the touch on that one.
Ferreira once more. Griffith, Kong over in 2. And that's going to work just fine. Justin Kong taking a page out of the old Jake Gomes.
Yeah, exactly. We're so used to seeing that type of play from the setter Jake Gomes. We see it there.
Gomes looking for Rezart once more, and that one's going to be good off the block. Sadiku beginning to take over this game, up to 5 kills now.
Absolutely rocking start here for Razor. Definitely going to want to keep this one going. As the boys in wait for Andrew Blakey Lopez for his first serves of the game.
5th-year senior. Good looking serve, returnable. That's off the block of Gomes. Nice work to pop that one up off the net. Fedari from the backcourt. Griffith gonna bump set here. Kong coming up. Here's Fedari. Now Gomes. Maximum Crowder just hits the fingertips. As that low serve from Gomes, just a little out of the reach of Maximum there.
Yeah, another one of these guys with a really huge wingspan, big reach, just got a little bit of those fingertips on it. Couldn't quite get the palm on that ball and drive it downwards.
15-9 is your score. Griffith with the serve. Gomes looking for help, finds it in Fedari. Libero gets a hand on it, that's Kong. But another point on the board for Fedari. 3 kills now for number 2.
So far, still just the usual suspects between Rezard Sadiku and Joshua Fedari. Off to a monster start here.
Jake Gomes, 8 service aces away from passing Kamen Wilkins for 4th all time. Big swing from the backcourt there, and the Hawks can't recover. Just what Mohawk needed, is that's a pretty big point for them there, trying to get momentum back on their side.
Yeah, one of those big swings that can put the wind in your team's sails. And we'll see if it has the same effect here for Mohawk.
The big man Turkowitz on the serve. Gomes with the bump set. Sadiku off the block. And you can't run that one down as Braden Griffith backtracked. The lead now up to 7 for the Hawks.
Yeah, tough one there. Really good bump set there by Jake Gomes. Perfect spot for Razor to just lean into that one. And of course, make it no mistake.
You see Sadiku there already with 6 kills. What a start he's had. Not too shabby on the service either. Right on top of the net. That one's over by Bages. Gomes gets to it. Crowder once more. Can't connect on it. So that's about the 3rd time we've seen that meter ball set that you love to call, Matt. Jake Gomes trying to keep it low for Maximum Crowder. Just hasn't had the touch yet.
Yeah, I don't know if it maybe just isn't quite as high as he needs it, or maybe it's just a little bit too far off the net. Either way, Crowder and Gomes definitely need to work through a couple of issues here.
Sigurdsson gets it over. Ferreira the first touch. Gomes back to Eduardo off the block. Luke Sigurdsson took the brunt of that one.
I mean, hey, it's easy for Jake Gomes to pick up your teammates when you can really go to anybody on the court there, as Dudu picking up his teammate.
18-11 your score. Colin Skanes now into the game for Coach Wilkins. Far side, Michael Kong through the block and down. Mohawk hasn't had a whole lot of light shining on him so far today, but Michael Kong has been everything they've asked for. Serve is over for Mohawk. Here's Gomes, there's Blakey. Using his size and vertical reach. Take it to the skies.
Hey, the meter ball set doesn't work for Maximum Crowder, but it certainly works for Blakey, as he's gonna force the timeout there, as Humber with a lead of 19-12 in set number 1.
Vinny Saporito used his first timeout awful early into this one. Calls it here late, 19-12. Their score here in set 1.
And I think the biggest thing that he really wants to talk over with his boys is just that first pass there to that setter. Really hasn't been there. Only a few times have they really gotten that first pass to the setter and able to really swing. That's really been the problem here, as this big lead for Humber, it's just really been down to that.
That's exactly it. When they're able to set up their game, Michael Kong's been awfully good, scoring some points for him here, but you said it, Matt, that first touch just hasn't been there. Give credit to the big hitters of the Hawks for making their lives difficult.
Yeah, especially from the serving line as well. Those big serves from Razard as well as Joshua Fedari. You know, it's really tough to give that really good first pass. So, you know, the Humber servers have been causing problems, as well as the Mountaineers causing problems for themselves.
Wayne Wilkins has a chat with the fellas as they take to the floor. Josh Fedari with ball in hand. Trying to get that cord out of the way. Can't afford Fedari getting wrapped up with the season he's had. We need him out there. 3 kills so far for Josh. That one's over and that one's in. Wow.
My goodness. Take a look at that one. Joshua Fedari absolutely painting the frame there.
That's the type of serve that just makes your jaw drop. An absolute line drive. We'll see if Fedari can follow it up. That one sails way long, so an ace and an error for Fedari.
That's what we like to call in golf post-birdie syndrome. You make a nice play and then, oh, I'm good, let's do it again. Oh well, Joshua Fedari shake that one off. Usually doing good, finds himself with an ace here.
Here's Bages coming away. Has a kill on the day for Mohawk. They're looking for more out of him. Good looking service, corralled there by Rezar Sadiku. Gomes on the swing, how about that? Not every day we see Jake Gomes cock back with that right arm, but he takes a big swing and gets it done.
Yeah, not too often do we see the two setters on the court at the same time. Both Bowen and Gomes very nicely done, as Gomes puts that one away for one of his rare kills. Chris
Bowen and Gomes on the floor. A couple of great setters for Wayne Wilkins and the Hawks. Blakey gets that one up. Gomes over in 2. Back-to-back points for Jake Gomes. Boys are having fun out there now.
Yeah, got that nice kill there, going in with his patented second touch point there, as he loves to do that oh so much. Putting it down with a little bit of an emphatic volley.
Ferreira's over. First touch, Griffith. Kong back to Griffith off the block. Blakey and Gomes were there. Griffith with another swing off the block once more, but it's going to go out of bounds. 3 Hawks were there. Gomes, Blakey, and Sadiku just don't get the bounce.
Yeah, you can see there when Humber's able to make the read that they're going to go over to Griffith. They're going to get all 3 guys at the front of the net up and blocking.
Service error there. That was Justin Kong. Can't afford much of those, as the Hawks are just 2 points away here from a first set victory.
Skanes and Milnes checking into this one.
Also checking in, Jaden Milne on the service line. Played last year for the Niagara Knights. Real talented piece for Wayne Wilkins. A good looking serve, and mark yourself an ace for Jaden Milne.
Yeah, good looking serve there. Just Andrew Kong just maybe a little bit too far back in the court. And Milne just dropping it right in front of him. Couldn't quite get the arms he wanted on that one.
Set point for the Hawks. Whole lot of wiggle room for him here, up 10. Jaden sets that one away. Awful close to the net. Turkowitz in the middle. Gomes pops it up. Here's Jaden looking for Sadiku, and that's gonna find the back line. Another kill for Rezar Sadiku. Wraps the first set up in a pretty little bow, 25-14. Humber steamrolls the Mountaineers.
Yeah, you could say that again. Rezar Sadiku off to a fantastic start with 7 kills already, and we are only through the first set. He's definitely gonna want to keep that roll going.
A whole lot of highlights from that first set. Majority of them for the Hawks, of course, as they collect their 19th straight set victory. Mountaineers had their moments, but Sadiku, you see there, been oh so good.
Yeah, I mean, Really, the only thing that Mohawk really does need to clean up are just those first touches, those first passes they need to get to their setter, because they really haven't had the opportunity to get their feet underneath them and get some good swings going.
And for the outside hitters of the Hawks, it's really been velocity all day today. Sometimes we'll see a little bit of floaters, a little bit of cross court, but today they've just been rearing back and letting it go.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just, you know, Saturday, the boys want to get out of here early so they can go partying or something. But, yeah, just absolutely laying into everything so far in this one.
Making quick work. We're just 20 minutes past the hour here. First set already in the books. And you mentioned how quick these Hawks are working. I had a quick little chat with Andrew Blakey before the game where we just kind of thanked him. On behalf of everybody in sports information, you're getting us home in bed early every single game. These Hawks are flying through their opponents, just ripping through OCAA competition. And so far, more of the same.
Yeah, exactly. They just want to keep their roll going. It's been it from the word go. Game number 1 of this season. They've had such a good start. Razart, Fadari, Silva Ferreira, Blakey Lopez. I could keep going on and on and on with some of these guys who's absolutely had fantastic seasons, and they're showing it here in this one.
Yeah, the team has just been absolutely phenomenal. Wayne Wilkins can't ask for much more as they've just been flying through the competition. And how do you stay motivated with this 11-win streak where you haven't really been tested? During that talk with Blakey, he said, hey, a lot of these guys are still thinking about dropping that OCAA provincial game to the Fanshawe Falcons. That's still leaving a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth. So yeah, sure, new year, new faces, new team, but a whole lot of work to do if they want to claim that provincial gold this year.
Yeah, exactly. They're still feeling that salt in the wound there. They don't want to have anything like that happen again this year. And with the way they've been playing, I really don't think that that's even possible.
Sure have been fun to watch all season long. Hawks have been the cream of the crop in the OCAA as well as the CCAA. They've rightfully earned that #1 national ranking. Hawks flying high. And one of their members flying high, Jake Gomes, he's gonna have the first service here in set number 2. Slowly, he works his way, or rather I say quickly. He's been picking up service aces left and right. But still a ways to go before he reaches the mountaintop as the all-time service ace leader for these Humber Hawks. Currently in 5th, and hey, why not put one on the board? Now just 7 away for Bassett Cayman Wilkins for 4th all-time.
And hey, the other game he had, what was it, about 7 aces, 8 aces?
I think it was 8.
It was 8 aces, yeah. So, you know, that record could be in the back of his mind, and he could want to do the same thing again.
Big jump serve here from Jake. Kong gets the touch over to Griffith, and that's a good-looking kill. Mohawks gonna need a lot more of that.
And see, there you go. All right down to that first pass. You make that good first pass, and you're able to set up that setter and that hitter to just absolutely lean into it. And that's exactly what we saw there.
Justin Kong, float serve, trending long is long. So right away, Humber retakes the lead.
You know, you get done with Gomes only to have to face Razart Sadiku, that patented chicken wing they love so much.
Bench getting involved in this one today. Libero with a nice touch. In the middle, it's Turkowitz going off the block of Maximum Crowder. Battle of the bigs at the net there.
And Turkowitz just finally getting himself a nice swing, having a little bit of trouble with his setter in set 1. Couldn't really quite get the rhythm, but there, absolutely laying it down.
One dig, one kill for #1 of Mohawk. Gomes, one-handed set to Fadari. That's out wide. Jeez, did he ever put a swing on that one?
Good job there by Jake Gomes. Just that one-handed touch to keep that on his side of the court and to give Josh the look he did.
Even on the points they lose, this Humber team is awfully impressive. Roddy Kip, Jake Gomes, far side, Ferreira. Griffith gets to that one right on top of the net. Crowder pushes it over. Far side, scrambling, free ball for the Hawks. Here's Gomes looking for Sadiku, rising up from the backcourt. Look at the stink face of Josh Fadari. That says it all.
Yeah, Fedari looking like he needed a shower after that one. Rays are absolutely launching from the backcourt there, as you really can't do much with that if you're on the defensive side.
Good luck. You see Crowder take to the sky. There's a little bit of a decoy. We'll see him from the service line now. Floaters over. Libero corrals it. One-handed set. Trying to push it over. Fedari punches that one up. Appears as though it was a quick whistle. Fedari thought he got to that one cleanly, but nonetheless, Mohawk takes a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, it seemed that one there, the ball just going off of the antenna on top of the net. That's why they had that quick whistle there. As Turkowitz goes into the net. Ball back in Humber's court.
So after that service there, we'll see Josh Fedari. Pretty good on the service line himself. See there, already 4 kills as he's racking them up. Big hit there. Nice dig by the libero. Sigurdsson sends that one over. Here's Kim Gomes. Blakey in the middle. Nice dig by Kong. Ratty Kim gets that one. Ferreira goes over. And the Mohawk Mountaineers are scrambling here, but do give up a free ball. Gomes looking for his man. It's Fedari off the block of Michael Kong.
Huge block there as the Mountaineers getting hyped up after that one. As, hey, he's not the biggest guy on the court, but hey, when you got a vertical and you can get up there, you can really challenge the strength of Humber.
Every single player on this Humber roster is taller than the 5'10" Michael Kong, but he's giving him issues today, and there's an issue for Mohawk as Ferreira takes to the skies and slams that one home.
Yeah, Silva Ferreira is saying, I see you and raise you double. As that was an absolutely very nice kill there. Good spot on the court by number 8. 4 kills to his name already.
5-5 is your score in an entertaining set number 2. Little floater there held by Kong. Here in the middle, dug out by Fedari. Ferreira gets up there. Near side now, Michael Kong off the net. And Beges can't recover. Another point on the board for the Hawks as they take a 6-5 lead.
And to Mohawk's credit, they've done a really good job sticking with the Hawks early in this set. Do want to try to stay as close as they can on the tail of the Hawks, not get this lead too far out of hand.
Ferreira looking for the far side of the court on that service, misses his mark. A quick chat and a nod to Coach Wilkins. Headed back to the line for Mohawk, Michael Kong. He's been the star for them today. 1 dig, 4 kills. Kim, Gomes, Sadiku off the block and down. Takes off a little velocity on that one, just off the fingertips. Able to get the point.
Yeah, Sadiku usually going with the big swing there. Just going with the little tippy toes, little tippy fingers over top of the net. Works very nicely, as all you need to really do is just go off the block.
5th-year player, Andrew Blakey. Griffith with the first touch. Now Gomes with it. Near side, it's Fedari, and that one just misses. Another point on the board.
And that's twice that Fedari's tried to go with that shallow line up the right side. It's that time just a little bit too far out of bounds.
Beges on the service line. Jump serve just clears. It's a good one. Service ace. That drops down in front of Eduardo.
Yeah, really nice sinking action as he got. That's usually what they like to do, that big spinner. You get that really nice downward sinking action, as Silva Ferreira was just a little bit too far back as that drops in front of him.
Another good looking serve. This time Sadiku's on it. Gomes goes back to Sadiku off the head of Kong. He'll recover near side. It's Griffith off the block of Maximum Crowder.
Yeah, big block and a big bounce off of the block, as you could see all the Mountaineers defense really collapsing on that net, as there's lots of room in the backcourt as that ball just really flies over into no man's land.
We are knotted up at 8. Jake Gomes always gonna fill up that stat sheet. Already well on his way today. Over in 2, Ratty Kim is there, no issues. Gomes, Crowder, and that's that play they've been looking for a few times. Finally, the execution is there, because that's a big kill for Maximum.
Yeah, it took one set to get it going there, but as we see, absolutely working it to perfection. Maximum Crowder straight down.
And that'll also keep Gomes on the service line. He'll have an error there, sending that one long.
Yeah, very close. Good call there by the Mountaineers bench. Yelling help their teammates out on the court. This one back tied 9-9.
Eduardo, low set there. Here's Fadari rising up and slamming it down. Shake of the head from Josh Fadari. Nothing you could do with that.
Yeah, if you're Mountaineers, you really can't do much about that. Joshua Fadari, absolute swinger.
Here's Diku, bench getting involved there. 7 kills for number 7. Kong sends this one up. It's Griffith. Little tip there, and that'll hit the floor. So the Hawks expecting a big swing from Braden Griffith. Instead, get the change up. And that's good enough to tie this one up.
Yeah, maybe Maximum Crowder thinking he might have had a teammate behind him to get that ball. Just didn't quite turn around quick enough. So that one dropped in behind him.
Ferreira, Gomes, now Fadari once more, and that's on the back line. 11-10, Humber regains the lead as Josh Fadari starting to flex his muscles.
Yeah, Joshua Fadari now with 6 kills to his name.
Crowder's been so big defensively for the Hawks. Chips in today with 2 kills. Good looking serve as Michael Kong gets to that one. And that'll beat the block of Blakey and Fadari and head out of bounds. We're back tied.
Yeah, right there looked like the block just wasn't quite tight enough together as that sort of squeaked in between the two of them, Blakey and Fadari. So that one just need to clean up, get a little bit tighter there on the net, and Humber will be oh so good there with the block.
Alex Tripp getting some action here on the serve. Ratty Kim first touch. Gomes on the set. Fadari. That's just out wide. When we've seen Fadari miss so far today, that's been the spot, looking to paint that line.
Yeah, he really is trying to paint that shallow angle there straight up the line, and you really do have to be pretty pinpoint accurate with that, especially coming from the right side.
Gomes back to Ferreira. That's a no-doubter. Making it look easy. Eduardo ties it up.
Take a look at that one again. Number 8 on your screen, absolutely laying it down there. Big open spot in the court for Silva Ferreira.
Impressive day so far for Fadari. And why not add a service ace to the stat line? 1 dig, 6 kills, and an ace for number 2.
Yeah, Fadari usually pretty good on a service ace at least once throughout the game. Seeing a really good spot there. Just putting it right in front of the libero.
A little bit of a delay in the action here as the Mohawk Mountaineers have a little bit of house cleaning to do.
I want to make sure everybody stays safe on that court. A little bit of sweat could mean a disaster and an ankle injury or something of that kind. Definitely want to just keep everybody safe out there.
Big jump serve. Kong on the set to Michael Kong, and that one's pushed over. Point's gonna go to Humber. Mohawk thought that might have been deflected.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure where he wanted to go on the court with that one as he kind of just swung it right into the Humber Hawks bench. Humber will take it as it keeps Josh on the serve line.
A big swing there from Joshua. Over goes Beijing. Jake Gomes scrambling, and not the first touch the Hawks were looking for there as the Mohawk Mountaineers staying neck and neck with the number 1 nationally ranked team. 14-13 your score. Luke Sigurdsson on the service. Ferreira sends that high. Gomes over in 2, and flat-footed is Sigurdsson.
Yeah, Gomes oh so good at recognizing when that backcourt is a little bit flat-footed, as you said. Just putting it right in that big hole in the center of the court.
Really never tips his hand as well. Keeps his eyes on the outside hitters before just flicking it over. That serve in an open part of the court, but can't find the line, so an error for Eduardo Ferreira. 1 point lead, 15-14 Hawks as we march ahead in this second set. Ferreira, Gomes scrambling, gets that one up. Fadari can't let that one reach the net. So the issue is starting to be that first hit by the Hawks as Gomes has had to run for a few of these set opportunities. Michael Kong stays on the line. Floater is over, that's Jaden Milne. Gome going all the way to Sadiku, around the back he goes. A nice flash from Razard there.
Yeah, not the most orthodox way to get a point. A little bit of a swing, almost looked like he hit that behind his head there. Either way, it works for a point, as that's gonna send Blakey to the service line.
Flash of the creativity is this Humber Hawks front line. Let's see what Blakey could do on the service. Have ourselves a whistle. Could be an issue with the alignment, it appears.
Yeah, it could be out of order, out of position there.
So that'll keep Blakey on the line. Some communication between the referee and Vinny Saporito, head coach of the Mountaineers. Appears as though all is well. Blakey goes over. Set here to Beges, blocked by Sadiku and Maximum Crowder. And Andrew Blakey meet in the middle, and neither guy could make the play.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough bounce there, as they didn't quite get what they needed on it, just to get it up enough so that they wouldn't really play with the ball. A couple of too many touches there.
Beges once more from the line. Jaden Milne gets the touch. Here comes Fadari with a full head of steam. And that's exactly what you expect when Jake Gomes has that high set, giving Fadari time to run up underneath it. He's not going to make too many mistakes.
Yeah, you're exactly right, especially with how good he is at sort of recovering and scrambling, even if the set isn't quite where he wants it.
This one coming towards the net. Couple of Hawks there, but can't get to it. That was Sadiku and Crowder right in the middle of the front court. Communication between those two now. But that miscue is going to keep Mohawk within one. Justin Kong sends this one away. Is long. Good, nice work by Ratty Kim. Calling everybody off there. So lead back up to 2, 19-17. The Hawks lead. Already one set in the back pocket, thanks in large part to Sadiku and his double-digit 10 kills. Kong gets the first touch. Now in the middle, it's Turkowitz. Crowder on the block. Fadari can't run it down. And all 6'10" of Alex Turkowitz laid into that one. Braden Griffith out of the peg. 2 digs, 2 kills for him. Floats her far side. Here's Sadiku, Gomes, Fadari. Trying to go cross court, but a little long on that one. It's 19 all. We'll see Griffith once again from the line. Trying to give his team the edge here. Milne, Gomes, Crowder in the middle. And that's off the deflection and down. Maximum Crowder.
It seems Jake Gomes and Maximum Crowder starting to figure it out here with that nice meter ball set. Maximum Crowder with nice finish there, giving Humber the lead once again, 2019.
First time today we've seen Safon Manning. First-year player. Whole lot of service opportunities for him, and you see why. On the far side, a nice looking kill. How about Sadiku showing the athleticism? Free ball given up by Gomes. Hawks trying to recover here. Turkowitz, Milne pops it up. Safon Manning on the set. Here's Fadari. Not a great first touch, but Griffith recovers. Here's Michael Kong. Gomes sends that one over in one. Nice rally forming here. Michael Kong can't reach that one at the net. And a whole lot of scrambling. And the Hawks come away with the point, 21-19.
A whole lot of scrambling indeed, as both teams were having a little bit of a hard time really getting things going there. But as you can see, the libero just with a little bit of a wonky set there into the net. Unfortunate for the Mountaineers, but Humber is going to take the point as they go up by 2 now.
Vinny Saporito, head coach for Mohawk, seen enough after that last play. Gonna call a timeout here. And really, what's been the difference here, Matt, in the second set? Humber won 25-14 to get going, steamrolled them. And then now, they're neck and neck.
Yeah, I think they've sort of cleaned up the passing problem a little bit more. There's definitely been some times where the serve has just been too monstrous. But for the most part, yeah, they've cleaned up the game just a little bit more. Haven't been giving too many free balls to Humber, and I think that's probably the biggest difference maker.
This is the closest set we've seen in some time. Mentioned at multiple points, 19 straight set victories for the Hawks. That streak not in danger just yet, but Mohawk lurks just 2 points behind.
Yeah, I mean, Mohawk, they've got a good squad out there. They just, you know, like I said, just got to clean it up just a little bit more, and these guys really could give Humber a run for their money. They are not out of it yet, but with a guy like this on the service line, they're in tough.
That's a big serve there from Safon Manning, just cleaned. Turkowitz, Gomes on the first touch. Fadari goes far side. Sadiku in the middle, dug out by the libero. Here's Michael Kong coming from that backcourt, and that's down. Miscommunication between Sadiku and Gomes. See a little bit of frustration on the face there.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of a positioning error there on that defensive play. Just wasn't in the position. Sadiku thinking Jake Gomes was going to drop back a little bit more than he did. Unfortunate for Humber.
Yeah, one of those, I thought you got it. Hey, I thought you got it. There's Blakey, he's got it. Big kill there for Andrew.
Andrew Blakey Lopez doing what he does best and help picking up his teammates. So that's going to cause another timeout.
So timeouts in rapid succession here for Mohawk. Still very much in this one. 2 points separate these teams, and see the fellas staying warm. Number 10 there, Jazzcarn Kelsey, the biggest player on the Hawks at 6'10". Alex Turkowitz staying 6'10" for the Mountaineers. Be interested to see if that's a matchup we see later in this game.
Yeah, it really depends on you know, how well Humber really matches up against Turkowitz. So far, they've been doing a pretty good job. They've had a little help from the setter. They haven't, Turkowitz and his setter haven't really quite been on the same page as much as they need to be. But as soon as that gets cleaned up, that could be a really big problem for the Hawks.
Just one kill on the day so far for Turkowitz, so the Hawks have been able to keep him in check.
And Turkowitz coming into this one, sitting on third in the team in kills.
The 1 point he does have today puts him into triple digits. 100 on the year for him. A man no stranger of racking up the points, Joshua Fadari. Gonna get us back underway. 22-20 for Humber. And that one is in. A service ace is gonna help in a big way. Chair umpire points to his chest. That's my call, I saw it.
Yeah, the Mountaineers thinking that they got away with one there. Well, that point is going to go to Fadari as he sees himself with his third service ace of the afternoon.
Coach of the Mountaineers not happy with that call, but chair umpire sure seemed confident. Fadari, big swing. This one's going to go over in one. Opportunity for the Hawks. Here's Blakey. Beji's on the block. Michael Kong sends that one up. Griffith comes up from the backcourt. Sadiku, Gomes, Fadari. That one's going to go off Kong, and a big point brings the Hawks to set point.
Another absolutely monstrous swing from the backcourt is Joshua Fadari. Most of his points today actually coming from the backcourt, doing a really good job getting up and after it today.
Opportunity here for Joshua to end the set. Libero gets it over and one once more. Gomes, Blakey, and the fifth-year senior wraps up set number 2, 25-20. Mountaineers sure played them tight as that set went on, but Humber coming up victorious.
Yeah, Mohawk definitely had a better outing on that set, but there at the end there just really couldn't get those first passes to the setter, as that's just easy points that they're allowing Humber to walk all over them with.
So some rare adversity we've seen there for the Humber Hawks. They've been steamrolling through anybody, but how about these Mohawk Mountaineers? It's going to shape up to be an interesting third set, as it appears as though Mohawk's just improving.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You can see there the first set only 14 points. Second set, 20 points. Definitely a much better effort there. But yeah, just a couple of things they need to clean up, and who knows, maybe the next set could be theirs. Humber, though, on the other side, again, they really just continue to play their solid game that they've been playing all season long. Everybody getting in on the action. Razard having an amazing start, already 10 kills to his name. Fidari's got 8. Blakey's doing really well as they're starting to get Maximum Crowder going after a little bit of a slow start.
And we mentioned earlier that every Humber Hawk has the ability to score, but it's really been the outside hitters that have come up in a big way. And I'm sure that's what Saporito's talking about here, trying to have the discussion. A lot to think about when you face off against these Humber Hawks. They certainly are a tall task for any team in the OCAA, and I'm sure we'll see as this season goes on. They'll be tricky for any team in the CCAA.
Oh yeah, you're exactly right. These guys are absolute giants out there. They own the court. They have the confidence. They know that whenever they maybe make a mistake, they have the confidence that their teammates are going to pick them up with another good play, or they can just pick themselves up. These guys really do pride themselves on playing a clean, solid game, and we've seen it all year long.
Jake Gomes, Maximum Crowder, and Blakey on your screen there. Some returning players that felt the pain of that loss in the provincial game to the Fanshawe Falcons. So they're really the offensive leader. Ferreira sits beside them. Those are 4 guys that you got to circle on your roster every time the Hawks play. And they've been really as advertised so far here today.
Yeah, these guys, they do a really good job preparing and just coming out firing on all cylinders. Even though it may seem they might have a little bit of a slow start, maybe aren't on the same page, they really do a fantastic job figuring it out, getting their feet underneath them, and pushing forward.
See the huddle there, leaders for this Humber Hawk squad. Andrew Blakey, 5th-year player in that leadership role. See how closely they pay attention to him. Joshua Fidari, you got to imagine, only in his 5th year, how hard is that to believe? You got to think this guy's only going to get better.
Yeah, exactly. When you got somebody who has the ability to play on the national junior team, to have him come and do exactly what he's done as a first year, Joshua Fidari has just been absolutely outstanding for Humber.
Humber Hawks have now won 20 straight sets, trying to make it 21 to complete the sweep of the Mohawk Mountaineers. Beijis getting us underway. Ferreira with the first touch. Gomes to Fidari, off the block and out. Point's gonna go to Humber. Quickly ahead, 1-0.
There you go. Good read by the Mohawk defense, going all the way with Joshua Fidari. Good read as they got up. Just didn't quite have the angle to deflect it into the Humber court.
Gomes already has 1 service ace on the day to go with those 6 digs and 3 kills. And why not tack another one on there? So 2 service aces for Jake Gomes as he's starting to catch up here to Cayman Wilkins for 4th all-time on the service ace list.
Yeah, Jake Gomes just going 1 set at a time, 1 serve at a time. He is one of the best on this team when it comes to serving.
It's another good looking one. Michael Kong gets to it. Justin Kong now. Here's Braden Griffith. Slams that one in front of Ferreira. So nice response here by the Mountaineers.
And we haven't seen too much of Braden Griffith in this one. Only his 3rd kill. Usually one of the more potent guys on the Mountaineers side of the court, but haven't really gotten him going so far.
Bump set to Sadiku, just heads out wide, so Mohawk able to tie it up at 2. Justin Kong heading back for the Mountaineers. He's their assist leader. Speaking of assist leaders, that's a good looking pass. Gomes to Crowder. We mentioned earlier those two trying to work out the kinks, and it seems all is well.
Yeah, they really have that long reach of Maximum Crowder, doing a really good job adjusting to the set that was just pushed a little bit too far, but really good recovery. And a point for Humber, 3-2.
Sadiku, a big swing, and that bullet's gonna be a little out the back end.
Yeah, the chicken flown the coop with that one. That one went way long there. Don't really see that too often from Razard Sadiku, but we'll give him one every now and then.
Braden Griffith has lost the headband. We'll see if that affects his play as we march along. Float serve, hold by Sadiku. Far side, Fadari, and good luck getting to that one. Splitting the libero and Griffith. Fadari getting it done.
Yeah, Fadari moving into the double-digit mark with kills in this one.
4-3 Hawks lead here. The front court, Fadari, Ferreira, and Blakey. How good have they been today? Big man Crowder on the line. That serve just squeaks over. That's a big block there from Ferreira and Blakey. Going far side now, Michael Kong. He'll beat the block. Sadiku on the set now for Fadari, and that's another cross-court winner.
Yeah, Fadari just absolutely feeling himself. Really, anything that comes to Fadari, you pretty much guaranteed a point. So now he's really starting to focus on just hitting the heart of the court pretty much as hard as he can.
That'll put an end to the run of Maximum Crowder. Hearing a little bit from this Mountaineers bench here.
Yeah, these Mountaineers trying to help their team get into it.
Turkowitz on the serve, and that's a service error. That'll quiet down that Mohawk bench just a tad, so they trade errors. Joshua Fadari back on the line for the Hawks. He showcased that jump serve of his, sends that ball way high. Kong digs that one out. Far side, Beges puts it over. Running is Ratty Kim, but he'll push that one into the bleachers. 6-5, the Hawks lead.
And maybe a little bit of miscommunication there between Ratty Kim and Joshua Fadari. Fadari looked like he had his feet set and was ready to make the play, but Kim just kind of running in front of him. Unfortunate there. One they're just going to have to shake off.
Ferreira, the first touch, bump set back to Eduardo. Cross court, that's in. Once more, they're finding the Mountaineers flat-footed, and Ferreira's making it look easy.
And once more, Humber picking up their teammate. Silva Ferreira absolutely laying it down. Really not much you can do if you're the Mountaineers there.
Ferreira in his 5 kills gonna get an opportunity from the service line. Over and 2 it goes. Blakey pops it up. Ratty Kim, free ball given up by Ferreira. Opportunity for the Mountaineers. Miscommunication as Beges and Andrew Kong just stare at each other as that ball hits the floor.
Yeah, really just no urgency there by the Mountaineers. Really no one there at all. Beges looked like he would really be the only one to make that play and thought there was somebody behind him.
Ferreira right to the middle of the court, set up by Kong. Michael on the far side, Ratty Kim. Gomes, here's Sadiku, and that one's gonna find the floor. So these last few points, Mohawk has absolutely no answer for the big hitters of Humber.
Yeah, Mohawk really trying to do everything they can. When they make those good passes to that setter, they try to get that good hit, but just the solid defense by Humber, really nothing getting by them.
So after that surge by Humber, Vinny Saporito has seen enough. Gonna call a timeout, have a chat. You see him urging with his players here. And they've showed a lot of promise, had a great second set. Just barely dropping that one, but much of the same as we've seen in the first set is happening here in the third set, as this team's letting it get away from them.
Yeah, letting it get away from them a little bit earlier than I think they would like to, as they still aren't out of it. They really can give Humber a run for their money, and they're very easily and capable of making a little bit of a comeback here in this third set. But with the way that Humber has been serving and just playing solid volleyball altogether, that's a real tall task.
We'll see who takes the floor for the Hawks. Blakey, Gomes, Kim, Fadari, Sadiku, and Ferreira. Who else? It's been the starters all day today. Mix in a little of Jaden Milne, a little bit of Safon Manning. But it's been the big guys leading the way.
Yeah, I saw Skanes get into some action as well.
In the middle, it's Beges off the block. Nice work by Blakey to pop that one up. Sadiku with an opportunity, and he'll find the back line.
Just barely painting that frame there, as the line judge right there in front of him to see. Easy call there. Has lots of room in the back court, and he hit it easy peasy.
Looked a little long off the hand, but a little 12-6 curve gets that one down in there. And that's going to be charged against Blakey. Wayne Wilkins wants a little bit of an explanation here. Chair umpire trying to settle things down here, pointing towards the service of Michael Kong. The best player on the floor for Mohawk today. Gomes back set. Blakey taking out his frustration on the court. A good looking swing for Andrew there.
Yeah, that's that play that we see all too often from the Humber ladies. That little fake, I'm gonna set the middle and then go to the right side. Really well done there by Blakey.
Blakey got absolutely all of that one, sending that service long.
Seems he's still trying to take his anger out.
Wayne Wilkins having a laugh. A few calls haven't gone his way, but when you're the best team in the nation, you let a few of those slide. Whoa, careful play there as Ferreira darts in front of Kim. Sadiku with the push volley over. Free ball for Mohawk. Coming from the backcourt, Michael Kong can't find the mark. That'll go long, and it's 12-7 Hawks.
And Michael Kong just couldn't quite get the verticality he wanted. Just sailed that way, way out of bounds in the backside of the court. It's going to be Jake Gomes. He's having himself a pretty nice day. 7 digs, 3 kills.
Jack of all trades. Kong sends that one up. Here comes Griffith, just going to send over a floater. Ferreira, Gomes, now Sadiku with a head of steam. Off the block, and nice work by Fodari there, keeping those hands down and just letting it sail wide.
Yeah, good court presence to realize that, hey, I'm pretty much at the line and that's over my head, so just let that go out. Good call there by Fodari, so that's going to force Mohawk to take another timeout.
This their final timeout here in set number 3. Dire times for Mohawk if they want to keep this game alive. Down 6 here. And they played a good game. Came in here to the Hawks' Nest. Not an easy place to play. Got run over a little bit in that first set. Came out strong in set number 2. But this Hawks team, just as they've been for almost every team they faced this year, just a little too much to handle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just when every single person in white can do so much damage, including the setter. When the setter can get into the mind of the defense, and you're like, okay, is he going to go over in 2? Is he going to go over in 1? Are they going to actually set up the 3-hit kill or what? And that can really be really hard when you're trying to make reads, especially as a blocker at the net versus the Hawks.
Yeah, that's a really great point, Matt. I mean, how many times, if you're on the opposition team, is the setter really a scoring threat? But you have to keep that in the back of your mind. Jake Gomes, we've seen him go over in 2 a few times today. That's kind of his trademark, but you can see him take to the skies there with a big swing at one point. Chris Bowen is mixed in a little bit, so a whole lot of versatility for Wayne Wilkins and these Humber Hawks. They're going to be a tough puzzle to crack as this season wears on.
Yeah, just that ability to have as much depth as they do on the bench is oh so potent and oh so sought after.
Jake Gomes looking for yet another A stat to his stat sheet, but sends that just a couple feet long. 13-8 is your score. We'll see Justin Kong, 5th-year player with the serve, and that one's long as well. Deja vu, couple service errors back to back. Keeps this spread at 6 points.
And that's really been kind of the tail of the tape. Whenever Humber sort of gives up their service error, so does Mohawk right after that. And that definitely allows Humber to kind of breathe a sigh of relief as they know that they don't really have to worry about their service mistakes.
Turkowitz in the middle gets it done. That's just his 2nd kill of the day. Mohawk wants to bring this tight. They're going to need a lot more out of their big hitter.
And there we go. We're going to see this matchup of these 2 giants on the court between Kelsey and Turkowitz.
This is going to be fun. Keep an eye on the front court. 6'10" against 6'10". As Wayne Wilkins starting to play a little bit of the matchup game with his team up 5 here in the 3rd set. Griffith on the serve. Ferreira, Gomes right on the net. Back to Eduardo. How about that floater? Going up for the block was Sigurdsson. Eduardo saw him the whole way and just flipped it right over top of him.
And that's just a really smart play there by Eduardo Silva Ferreira, as he sees there's really no one to help out the blocker, as he just nice easy tip over for a point.
First service of the day for Kelsey. Turkowitz on the swing, blocked by Blakey. Michael Kong on the far side. Sadiku gets to it. Ferreira to Fadari off the block. Eduardo trying to paint that line. And the chair umpire is calling for a discussion here. Calling off the Humber players to see Ferreira in shock. He wants that point, so does Blakey.
Yeah, and it looked as though from our angle, it did go off of an arm, but it seems as though they're gonna talk it over with pretty much all the line judges here to make sure that they get the call right.
Jake Gomes is over there trying to have a conversation as well. Justin Kong. A lot of confusion on the floor right now. You can see Turkowitz just awaiting that serve. He wants to get things going. Call remains as stands. So we're gonna have a substitution here, so a whole lot going on. So instead of Turkowitz, it'll be Tripp coming into this game to serve. So with all that settled, I guess we're back underway for some volleyball. Tripp with the jump serve, line drive, Radikim gets to it, Gomes back set, Fadari. That one's gonna miss long. Nice play by you, Matt, popping this one up. 15-11 is your score now. Big point there for Mohawk as they try to keep this a tight set 3.
Yeah, I think if Mohawk really is gonna need to get into this game, they're gonna need to do it now.
Sadiku finds Gomes. He's going to look for Ferreira. That one's off the block. Nice work by Kong. Fadari first touch. Jump set. Gomes. Fadari goes under it. And a big block by Beges gets the Mountaineers fired up.
As you said there, big block by Beges. Good set for Fadari. Really lean into it, but yeah, just really good wall there by the Mountaineers.
Alex Tripp having a pretty good trip to the line at this point, but that will end it. Commentator's curse working to perfection. Another substitution for Mohawk here as the big man Turkowitz get a check out, as well as Alex Tripp.
As we see Joshua Fadari take his spot at the service line, 11 kills to his name.
Just your average day for Fadari. This one right on the net. Kong, Beges getting it done. And Anthony Beges has come alive here late in set number 3.
Yeah, you could say that. A big block by Beges and now a big kill, as he definitely wants to keep his team in it. He doesn't want to go home too early here in set number 3.
Fadari and Gomes checking out for the Hawks here. Chris Bowen is going to take his spot as setter. Sigurdsson with the serve. There's Sadiku. Bowen's first touch, finding Fadari. And that one's just out wide.
Yeah, just sailing out wide. Now Mohawk starting to pick up a little bit of momentum here. Sigurdsson going on a little bit of a run here at the service line.
16-14 is the score, still anyone's set. Taking the spot of Fadari for the Hawks, Xavier Reed. He's had limited action this year, but has been awfully productive when he's seen the floor. Float serve by Sigurdsson. There's Sadiku. Bowen low set to Blakey. Able to pop that one up and over. Over in 2 goes Kong. So a nice looking play for the Mohawk Mountaineers. Makes this a 1-point game. See him get under for the set there, and just that left hand swats it right over.
Yeah, and a really good job going up with both hands, making it look like he really does want to make the volley. Just going over top the net with the 1.
Ferreira takes a little bit off that one. Over in 2 once more. Xavier Reed over in 1. Here's the big set far side, Michael Kong, and the point is going to go to the Hawks.
Yeah, that one going off of the antenna on the net. It's an automatic out. As we take a look there, you see that ref with the flag up immediately.
Silva Ferreira in his 5 kills, going to take his talents to the service line. That floater is down. It doesn't always take the velocity for a service ace. How about that pinpoint placement from Eduardo.
And as well, sometimes when you get those light floater serves, they sort of have that knuckleball action and kind of go anywhere. That could have been the case there for the return with Braden Griffith.
We'll see if Ferreira goes from changeup to heater. Takes a little bit off that one. Libero corrals it. Griffith struggles. Here's Sigurdsson. Nice play to get it over. Hawks are scrambling. Here's Bowen. Sadiku off the block and down. The Hawks recover in a pretty way. Getting the 19th point on the board.
Yeah, good job there by the Humber Hawks, but an actual really good job there by Sigurdsson to get over and make sure the ball stays in the court, doesn't touch the antenna on the net. Pretty good job by him, but good job by Humber to make that return and kill.
Kong setting up far side to Michael Ratty Kim. Chris Bowen back set Sadiku, and just diving out of the way there is Andrew Kong. Who could blame him?
Yeah, Kong wanting absolutely nothing of that one. He pretty much dove right out of the way. That one, you could almost see the vapors coming off of that ball. Is moving so quick.
The old thanks but no thanks from Kong. They've really had the brunt of these big hitters. Apparently enough is enough. And how about that luck and the bounce from Eduardo Silva Ferreira?
Yeah, definitely that cheeky bounce that you definitely take that sigh of relief if you're the server. Oh no, it's not gonna go over. Oh, thank goodness it just did.
So a pretty eventful run here for Silva Ferreira, but that time can't get the hop. All good things must come to an end. Ferreira's gonna take off the line. Possession back for the Mountaineers. Michael Kong retreating for the service.
And a good job though by Hummer to stomp out that momentum that the Mountaineers were kind of getting there. And halfway through that set, it's now up by 5.
Popped up by Ferreira. Bowen back set. Reed off the block. Mohawk recovers. Over and one goes Blakey. Sigurdsson somehow gets to it. Griffith on the far side. Off the block, Xavier Reed and Andrew Blakey.
Yeah, really nowhere to go there as Blakey and Reed throwing up the wall there. There's not much the Mountaineers could do, as pretty much their entire defense had collapsed towards the net, leaving too much room in the middle and back part of the court.
Blakey's in the top 10 of blocks per set. What a year he's been having. In the middle, it's Beiji, somehow kept alive by the Hawks. Free ball given up. Nice work to stay alive. Here's Kong. Beiji's in the middle, and he'll get the job done.
And Beiji's really coming alive here in set number 3. Nice swing there. Going up against the 3-man block.
Mohawk still alive. 22-17. A little bit of a delay here as Silva Ferreira has the towel out, cleaning up a little bit of a wet spot on the Humber side.
Again, just making sure everybody stays safe out there, as we're going to take a little bit of a timeout here late in set number 3.
2-minute timeout. This one called by Wayne Wilkins. Maybe just giving the fellas a breather here. Sitting pretty comfy. 5-point lead, 22-17, as they're trying to close the show.
And they're trying to close the show, and Mohawk not wanting to go home earlier than expected.
It's hard to believe, but we're about 70 minutes into this game, and that's a whole lot longer than we could say for the last few matchups these men have had, so give some credit to the Mountaineers playing tough. See hands in the air, Wayne Wilkins, calm, cool, and collected as always. Hands in the air for the Hawks as they try to wrap up a 12th straight victory to begin the year. Have not dropped a set since November 23rd. And yet another timeout, back-to-back by Wayne Wilkins. So an interesting strategy here, had the 2-minute timeout. Now just a 1-minute timeout, so 3 minutes in total for the Hawks to talk things over. Wilkins calling the fellas in. And on the other side, Vinny Saporito looks pretty exhausted. It's got to be hard work trying to formulate a plan to take out the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, especially when pretty much everything you try just doesn't really work, especially with how solid the Humber Hawks are on the defensive side. You really have to be as creative as you can.
That's exactly it. Trying to keep this game alive and force a fourth set. Hawks 3 points away from winning this set. Mohawk with plenty of work to do. Pages has 2 digs, 3 kills on the day. Certainly has come alive late here in set 3. Serve is touched by Ferreira. Bowen looking for Sadiku. That soft touch working just fine, and Turkowitz found his way under the net anyways.
Yeah, good choice for Razard Sadiku, as that was the play that Pages had just a couple points ago.
Xavier Reed with the jump serve and make it an ace. Xavier Reed doing just what the Hawks needed. We're on match point. Reed's back there once more. Trying to put this one in the books. 24-17, here's the serve. Into the net it goes. Mountaineers stay alive.
And Mountaineers are not gonna want to go away quietly here now with only 1 life left. Time to come up with something big. Here's Justin Kong. 4 digs, 2 kills on the day.
Let's see where Bowen goes. It's to Kelsey, and that's blocked by Turkowitz. So the first time we've seen the 2 biggest men on the floor do battle, it's Alex Turkowitz that comes away victorious. Serve from Kong, Ferreira. Here's Bowen, this time looking for Reed. And he'll be called on a violation, so another point goes towards Mohawk. Now 24-20, as they're finding themselves on a little bit of a run here just when they needed it. This time it's Sadiku. Bowen back to Razard. That soft touch controlled by Griffith. This one's up there. Michael Kong with a big swing. Nice dig there by the Hawks. Bowen gives up a free ball. Kong looking for Turkowitz. And that one's out of there. And we got an issue as Eduardo Silva Ferreira is down on the floor. That's going to wrap up this game. 25-20, your final score in the 3rd set. But that all seems kind of inconsequential at the moment, as Eduardo Silva Ferreira remains on the court. So the Hawks pick up the sweep here inside the Hawks' nest, but quiet as falling over North Campus Gym is obviously not something you're looking to see. Here's that final point by Kong there. He hits it over. Bowen with the free ball.
And it looked as though Ferreira, as him and Reed tried to go for the same ball at the same time, kind of just got his ankle caught underneath him. Maybe a little bit of a bad twist there. He is up and under his own weight though, so that's nice to see.
We see the handshake line, show of sportsmanship. Ferreira gave a pat to Xavier Reed there. That was the collision. But another fine performance as the Humber Hawks win streak moves to 12, a perfect 12-0 to begin their season. That'll do it for us from the Hawks Nest. A couple of sweeps by both the Humber volleyball teams as they keep the good times going. For myself, Adam Lucier, and my partner, Matt Caldwell, thanks for tuning in to the Hawk Sports Network. We'll see you again soon.